Momentum Health, always moving in the right direction.
The human brain is a living supercomputer that controls our body's automatic physical processes like breathing, heart rate and digestion, as well as when we think, talk, move and learn. Paracyclist Gerard Viljoen suffered brain damage at a young age and through rehabilitation and practice keeps his brain as fit and healthy as his body.
If we don't use it, we lose it. And if we're not exercising memory specifically, we're going to lose it. Neurons that wire together will fire together, and I need to get it to fire together by practicing it. As soon as we bring in rhythmicity and repetition and balance and rhythm, the brain benefits optimally from that. Dancing is an amazing activity because you have the balance, you have the rhythm, you have the music coming in that's going to have an impact on the brain. So that in itself is an enormous exercise to do for the brain. I think what's very important is that being outdoors and exercise. And that's why for Gerard it's so fantastic that he can, that he's such a top athlete, that in itself is helping heal the brain and the trauma that he's had with the accident.
I've been involved in a car accident when I was 8. I've managed to rehabilitate myself through my sport, and I've done remarkably well.
What we measured with Gerard is that his autonomic nervous system basically remains in fight and flight. So there's a huge amount of anxiety which causes reactivity towards the environment, and he will make an impulsive error for that specific moment.
Through biofeedback and neurotherapy, I've been taught to be more relaxed and be in control of any situation.
Stress kills neurons, prevents the creation of new ones, and is proven to increase the risk of brain decline and dementia. Managing his stress was key in helping Gerard take 4th place in the London Olympics.
The brain, this absolute supercomputer that we have that is consuming about 20% of our total body energy, that is less than 2 kilograms of our total body weight, is a phenomenal metabolic structure and uses a lot of our body's energy. So the brain is an integral part of the body, and as your cardiovascular system, your cardiovascular blood vessels is affected by say for instance cholesterol and what you eat, so is your brain blood vessels affected by that. And we tend to compartmentalize things and think this is heart health and this is brain health, and it's all one organism. So what you eat absolutely affects the functionality of your brain. If we think about the brain workout, to think of both physical exercise and the mental compartment. So Sudoku, crossword puzzles, just reading interesting things, and to exercise that and to enhance that plasticity of your brain.
2 years ago, I went to London for the Paralympic Games, which was amazing.
Gerard has changed his diet to improve his brain and physical health. The brain needs fuel like water, proper nutrients and exercise to work efficiently. So a lifestyle and diet that's good for bodies is also best for brains.
Complete diet makeover. I have to be on a very strict diet.
We started just looking at the sugar intake. He was taking way too high a glycemic load. His saturated fat intake was very high, so we reduced that and started with polyunsaturated fat, started more fish, started more organic eggs in his diet. We started with specifically more oily fish. We upped his protein intake, which has a vast effect on the neurotransmitters in the brain that is produced. We very specifically looked at his folate levels. His green leafy vegetable intake was too low, and his red cell folate, which is vitamin B9, folic acid, which is vitally important for brain function, was very low. So we upped his green leafy veggie intake. We looked at the hours that he's sleeping. So that is a little bit of an outline of a program that we followed with Gerard. It's just phenomenal to see how his performance has increased and how his health has increased in general.
My motto is, life is not about being disabled, it's about being differently able. So, I say to them, well, I can't maybe do it your way, but I'll find a way to do it. That's the way I roll.
Being active has never been more rewarding.